All right, back with the Jet City 20. New 250K linear taper treble pot in place. And the old one, I could see either a fierce tin whisker or a snippet of wire floating around inside that was connecting the wiper to the shell, which would have done two things. Number one, it would have made the entire thing silent when pressed up against the chassis, as you heard. Second of all, it would have acted as an antenna when the shell wasn't against the chassis, which might explain the buzz that we heard when we did have sound. Anyway, it was a $2 pot, so rather than just fish out that piece of metal, I put in the new pot. And I am decided, out of the goodness of my heart, because I can't really bill for this, to remove the stock factory solder on these output tube sockets, because that's factory here, and redo it with proper solder that can hold up to the heat. I'll add a little bit more there at pin 9, but clean, no flux solder that actually will hold and not cycle when the heat, when the board gets hot and cold and the tubes get hot. I haven't put the mounting screws back. I drilled out, enlarged this hole very carefully, and I got no chatter, no clawing, and the inside I had to go through with a deburring tool. But now a real lamp assembly will fit in there. I'll install that real quick, and we'll see where we're at. All right, with the new tubes installed, the new output tubes rather, and they're biased about 55% idle now, rather than the 160% this amp came in with. These tubes will last a lot longer. You can tell by the light blinding the camera lens that the new Joule is working just fine. You can hear a little bit of buzz in the background. That's at the master volume all the way up. If I turn it down just a little bit, that buzz goes away. Had a Electro Harmonix in V1 that was very hummy, 12AX7. I put in a JJ. V2 and V3 are fine. Electro Harmonix tubes tend to be microphonic and hummy and noisy, and I just don't like them for their 12AX7s these days. But anyway, here's what the amp is sounding like. I think I got the presence too high. Aside from a little bit of a extraneous hiss, which can be common to a lot of Marshall clones, this isn't quite a Marshall clone, but it's in some ways closer to a Marshall than to a Soldano SLO. You know, it's got more gain. It's right in between the two, really, I guess. Not too bad. For the price point, this is an awful lot of sound. Could I make this quiet? Could I make this better? Yeah, but again, you have to look at the actual cost of the amp versus how much money you want to put into it with repairs and mods. Right now, it is working. It will work better than it has worked in years now that the output tubes aren't being destroyed. And you can see when it's turned on now.